Hi guys, welcome back. Today's video is a little bit different. I have a clean with me video for you today. I found myself watching them a lot more since we've been on lockdown with this pandemic at the minute, and I decided if I enjoy watching them so much, why not try making them. So today I'm starting in my kitchen. It's not a whole house clean. Things like the bathroom and stuff had been done fairly recently, so I'm not doing that, but I'm doing a couple of the bedrooms, major declutter, and the kitchen. So just starting off by running my sink full of hot soapy water so that I can finish off any dishes that are still there. I try to do all the dishes the night before so that I'm coming down to a clean slate, but obviously you'll have breakfast dishes and whatever there as well. Just getting rid of the toast crumbs. And I found that this is one of the ways that's been helping me to deal with being stuck in the house, or stuck around the house anyway, on lockdown, is just making sure that it's a nice environment to sit in. So I'll declutter and tidy and make sure everything's clean. I'm just having a go at the hob top here. There are some stains on it, which I'm going to look at I think in another video, that have been really stubborn and have probably been there for years. This is a rented house we're in, so that cooker was there before we moved in. It's not actually ours. So I've been working at the stains sort of with different bits and bobs, but I have a few more things to try, which I think I'm going to see if I can include that in another cleaning video later on. So I'm just spot cleaning where I've dribbled some water on the floor so I don't slip on it, because these tiles can be very slippy when they're wet if you're not wearing the right shoes. And I'm in my slippers, as you can see. And that was just the box from the condenser unit from the tumble dryer, so I just took out the last of it and put it out into the shed. And I don't know about you guys, but our shed is full of stuff to go to the dump right now, because obviously the dumps are closed as well. So I'm just cleaning down all my countertops with antibacterial spray. This is the W7 brand that you can get from Lidl. Yeah, I'm just cleaning down all of the surfaces in the kitchen now that I've got rid of all the sort of crumbs and debris. And I realised that the box from the condenser unit was absolutely bogging, so I put it to the side there to clean as well before I use the tumble dryer again. And we were charging up some cordless drills or screwdrivers there, so I just put those down the bottom out of my way. I'm just doing the back behind the stovetop as well. It can get pretty greasy and mucky with splashes of stuff, so I was just washing it down as well. And put some dish soap onto my sponge because it's better at degreasing than the antibacterial stuff is. I'm a little bit OCD. I like things, you know, a place for everything and everything in its place. So just sorting out the last of the dishes that I had here, washing out the condenser unit for the tumble dryer. We don't have a window close enough to where the tumble dryer is, so the condenser unit is really handy for that. Now we still need to open a window or have the door cracked whenever the tumble dryer is running, but the condenser unit sort of takes the worst of the water vapour and steam out of the room. So I'm just changing over the tea towel that I have set beside the sink for things like Christian's bottles and glasses and things like that. I find that they tend to dry better if they're on top of the tea towel rather than on the draining board, because you have obviously the absorbent fabric there. So I like to have the extra space to set them down, and then you don't end up with a really stacked draining board that ends up with everything falling and breaking on you. And obviously, because we have extra bits and bobs there with Christian too, it's good to have the extra space to set things out to dry. So it's just changing that over to a fresh towel, because they can get a bit fusty smelling. And I had this little grey tray in my cupboard that I wasn't really using for anything else. It's a little cake tray that I bring out whenever we have guests for biscuits and things, but obviously we're not going to be having anybody over anytime soon, so I decided to set my hand soap and dish soap on there. So just emptying out the mop bucket. We normally have the mop bucket with sort of water with cleaning stuff in it, and we'll change it over every 2 days because our dogs are closed in the kitchen at night, and one of them, that one that's sniffing the bucket, believe it or not, he is 8 months old, so we're still sort of working on the toilet training and stuff with him for night times. It's really good through the day, but night times, because they're closed in, we can't put a dog door into the back door because it's PVC and glass. So just rinsing down the sink, mopping down my floor, and I mop myself out of the room so I don't have to walk back across it, but I'm pretty sure that Winston, yep, there he is. Nice track of paw prints across. As I say, mopping myself out of the kitchen so I get everything that I need to take with me to hand before I leave. And this is just a shot of the kitchen when it's all tidy and clean. Moving to the upstairs bedroom. This is my husband and I's room. I'm just opening up the windows to air the place out, making sure the curtains are tied back, and starting with making the bed. I always try and make the bed every morning, once we're all sort of up and ready and Craig's away to work or downstairs or whatever, because it's much nicer getting into a bed that has been made at the end of the day than one that's all still rumpled. So it's all about sort of tidy house, tidy mind for me at the moment, just giving myself a nice environment to sit in, because at the moment I'm editing. Thank you, Christian. I'm editing in our bedroom because the iMac isn't behaving, so I've got the laptop linked up to the big TV in here so I can see what I'm doing. And there's this box of some of Craig's clothes. He needs to sort through his drawers because they're kind of overfull at the minute. So he's got some of his clothes that sit in this box, mostly his comfies for when he comes home in the evening, trackies to change into so he can lounge in comfort. But they were all kind of just stuffed in there, so I took them all out, sorted through what could go into the drawers, and folded the rest and put them back in. And I tried to do it in the order that he would be likely to use them as well, just so that there's less chance, because he'll not pick through or fold stuff and put it back. He'll just kind of dive in to grab what he needs and cause chaos. Most men do that, don't they? And sorting through some of the clean washing that I folded that I've brought upstairs. Just anything of mine or Christian's or Craig's that needs to get put away. And any towels or anything for the bathroom, I'll take those down. Cleaning down the surfaces in the bedroom. I'm doing the bedside drawers and just making sure everything there is stuff that needs to be there and it's tidy as well. So this is Christian's room. It's a bit of a bomb site, a bit of a disaster right now. His drawers were overflowing, and that's why there's a load of stuff on the bed that just wouldn't fit into the drawers at that moment in time. So I'm going to sort through the clean stuff that I've brought upstairs, and then I'll go through the drawers as well and take out anything that he has outgrown, just to free up some more space and make sure that everything in there is stuff that we're going to use. I kept out a few bibs as they come in handy. Christian likes a lot of tomato based foods, and anyone that has kids or anyone that has the unfortunate habit of wearing light coloured shirts when they're eating bolognese will know that tomato stains are really hard to get out. I found it really satisfying when I was doing it, and also when I was watching the footage back when I was editing, just watching this bed get clearer and clearer until there was nothing left on it. You know, everything was put back in its place. Unfortunately, as I say, the dumps are closed, the charity shops are sort of closed, and there's nowhere I can take any of the stuff that I've just pulled out there. So I just had to keep the bags there in the corner of the stuff that I had cleared out. I'll sort all that whenever lockdown lifts and I have somewhere else for it all to go. So just dusting all the surfaces down, dusting down the TV as well, and making sure everything's neat and pushed back. This bed, since this video, I've actually dismantled. We only really use it whenever we have people staying over, which isn't all that often. So I've actually dismantled this bed now. We'll keep the mattress just in case anybody comes over, but we have a sofa bed that's going up into this room, and we're getting other sofas for downstairs. So it was just to make it look as neat as possible for that moment, and then after that I had found out that we were going to be dismantling it, so I got that done the other day. Yeah, Christian doesn't really like soft toys in the cot with him. He doesn't hate them, but he doesn't pay them much notice, so I don't really, but obviously until they're over a year old, they don't really recommend that you put anything in the cot with them, even blankets or anything like that either, anything loose that they could suffocate on. But because he's a bit older, he has his pillow, and I've got his wee duvet there for the winter time to put over him as well, but he sleeps in sleeping bags right now. So that's just everything tidied up and clean. That makes me happy. I'm moving out into the hallway. This is where Craig's clothes are in this big set of drawers here, and it was a disaster. We've been doing bits and pieces of renovation to the house where we can and where it's not going to cost us a ton of money, because as I said, it's a rented house, so there's no point doing too much to a house that it's not ours. So again, just doing what we can with what we've got already. That's the only thing that costs us at that point is time, and to make the house a nicer place to be at the moment. So I'm just clearing away any of the clutter on top of the chest of drawers, anything that doesn't need to be there. Craig's got like an IKEA foldable box up there that a lot of his toiletries and bits and pieces are in. And obviously we've got the mini fridge on top of there too. That's where we put Christian's bottles at night time. So I just moved the camera down there so you could see the clothes and clutter on the floor that I'm putting away a bit better. And that's the base of the TV that we ended up wall mounting. I noticed that the light switch there was loose, so I just went and grabbed a screwdriver to see if I could tighten it into the wall, and I could, so that's one less thing to have to think about. And this is in the main bedroom again, just the little tray of bits and bobs that I have that I tend to use in the bedroom rather than down in the makeup looks of fake tan and stuff, because it tends to be slightly warmer up in the bedroom. So I'm just organising all that, taking out anything that doesn't need to be there or that, you know, has another place to live, and dusting down just with my antibacterial spray there as well, dusting down everything that's on that surface. And there's Christian lurking, seeing if anything is close enough to the edge that he can grab it. So this is the room when it's all tidied and cleaned. And yeah, all nice and neat, ready to be messed up again. Christian's room. I know that the colours are clashing, but that's just what we had out there at the moment. It's just the way we had the bed made at that moment in time. Moving on to my makeup nook, which is a bit messy at the moment. I try and put everything away once I film, but I don't always have time to, depending on what time of day or what's going on, you know, if Christian's maybe kicked off in the background. So I'm just doing a bit of tidying up and again putting everything back in its place. I have some of the IKEA shelving units there as well, just to help with storage. The stuff that I have out is stuff that I tend to use on a regular basis. The little basket down on the top of the smaller shelf unit, you can see there it's stuff that I want to use in videos. It's stuff that I haven't used for a while, so I'm just trying to rotate my makeup around so that I'm using, you know, everything that I've got. And seeing if there's anything, you know, that's actually going to come round and be a bit of a favourite again. And there's Christian lurking again to see what he can mess with. And just getting rid of some of the rubbish that's there as well. There's the hair dye that I had done the other night. And you can't see it, but up on top of that larger shelf unit there is a pile of junk as well, and the tint bowls from when I did the hair colour. So those all need washed out and the rubbish put in the bin. that's where I would normally film and edit makeup videos, but as I say, the iMac isn't exporting videos properly right now, so I'm waiting on Craig, seeing if he can fix that for me. And this was my evening. After I had finished all my cleaning and tidying, I rewarded myself with a nice candlelit bath. Guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video. It's a new one for me. I'll try and put out one of these every week or every couple of weeks. The makeup ones are probably going to be more often. And I'm uploading at least once a week right now, whether it's makeup or cleaning, so keep an eye out for those. If you liked what you see, give it a like, subscribe, turn on your notifications so you don't miss anything. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Stay home, stay safe, look after yourself everybody. Bye.